Good afternoon. This is a regularly scheduled meeting for the Caldwell Hearing Examiner for September 24th, 2024, and it is 1:34 p.m. This is a public hearing, and my name is Sabrina Durchie, and I will be your hearing examiner for today. I can hear quasi-judicial decisions concerning particular land use applications for the City of Caldwell. During the public hearing process, public oral testimony will be taken from those in attendance and those who have signed up to speak. The sign-up sheet is at the front entrance of the room. When you testify, please come up to the podium, speak directly into the microphone, and please begin with stating your full name and address. All comments should be addressed to myself and should be relevant to the application. Once the public hearing is open, staff will present the staff report, and then the applicant or the applicant's representative will be given 10 minutes to speak. After the applicant, we will allow for public to have 3 minutes to testify. And then finally, the applicant or applicant's representative will then be permitted for a 5-minute rebuttal period. After rebuttal is given, the public hearing will be closed and no new oral or written testimony will be allowed unless I decide to reopen the public hearing. We request that everyone treats all parties with fairness and respect. Therefore, please be quiet and respectful when someone is presenting. I don't think I'll have a problem today. We're also required by Idaho State Code to take written minutes during our public hearings, so please silence your cell phones throughout the duration of the meeting. And thank you. So with that, first item on our consent calendar is for me to approve the August 27, 2024 hearing examiner minutes, which I have and signed. Thank you. And we have no old business, and so we are on to new business. This is case number SUP 24-13. Project name Ryan Park of Docum Construction LLC on behalf of Lawrence and Janet Dennett. The applicant is requesting for a special use permit to construct a 16 by 13 accessory dwelling unit. The subject site is located at 1405 Wilson Street, Caldwell, Idaho. And Alex, will you please start your staff report? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Madam Hearing Examiner. Alex Jones, planner with Caldwell Planning and Zoning at 205 South 6th Avenue. Before you today is special use permit for the Dennett ADU. So for subject site location, this is a 0.54 acre parcel on Wilson Street with a site address of, I believe it's 1407 Wilson Street. On this image, the little red markers to the right, it's the parcel to the left that's highlighted is
Right.
the one.
In blue?
Correct.
Okay,
Just a formatting error.
no problem.
Yeah. There you go. So for conditions surrounding the subject site, there is the river to the north, residential to the east, south, and west. That works. Okay, for the applicant, request is for a special use permit to allow for an ADU in the R1 zone. ADU can be outright permitted in the R1 zone if it is located on a 30,000 square foot parcel. The current parcel is 23,522, so they are off by a little under 6,500 square feet. Our planning department is planning on changing this code just for future knowledge.
Great.
Changing as in to remove this requirement, letting them to be permitted.
Sure.
Technical errors with that clicker. For zoning and land use analysis, the site is low density R1 residential, and that is what's the surrounding zones to the northeast, south, and west. For a comprehensive plan, it is all zoned low density residential with environmentally sensitive to the north because of the river. For development project analysis, this is just proposing a standard ADU in the rear of the home, as highlighted on this plan. It does currently meet all setbacks and height requirements as well. For agency notifications, we received letters from Nampa Highway District, Idaho Transportation Department, and City of Nampa Planning and Zoning, and they all replied with no comments with this application, and no public notifications were received. Staff recommends that the hearing examiner approves the request, that such request is subject to the conditions in the FCO. And and I stand for questions.
Thank you, Alex. So I do have a couple questions. Is there an existing structure where the structure's going to be built at?
Yes, I believe there is a shed that will be,
Okay. And so there's technically 2 accessory dwelling units on site, 'cause it looks like there's an existing structure. I'm guessing that's a garage that's detached?
I believe so, yes.
And they're allowed to have 2?
Yes, one would be the ADU, and the other one, there is no
Okay.
no one living in it. It's
Okay.
just a storage structure.
And then one thing's, just out of curiosity, they said the site does not have sewer. Shouldn't we have sewer if it's annexed into the city?
There's not always sewer
Is there
good
not?
for engineering, but there's not always sewer out here, so Southwood
Okay.
District Health can approve a septic.
Okay, gotcha. I was just curious, thank you. And then, this might be for the applicant, but, I noticed in, the code that the building height should not exceed 22 feet, and I could not find it noted. How tall is the building?
The applicant could probably be for sure, but I believe it was not over 20 feet. I know that one.
Okay,
So we
great.
did check, and it does meet that section of code.
Okay, wonderful, thank you, Alex. Would the applicant or the applicant's representative like to come up, please? Please tell me your name and address for the record.
Zach Davis, 1827 West Lotus Ponds Court, Nampa, Idaho.
Great, thank you. You want to tell me a little bit about the project and maybe confirm on the building height, some of my questions, so.
Yeah, I could look up the building height. I didn't bring
Okay,
the plans
sure.
with me. We're, as Alex stated, we're tearing down a shed and then building an accessory dwelling unit, like an apartment-style dwelling unit.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
One of the things that's noted, and I've just learned through my years of experience, is have you checked for any easements for that area where the building's going to be at?
Yes, ma'am.
And there's none?
I believe there was setback easements on
Okay.
the fence line, but
Okay, that was it.
within,
Okay,
it was
great,
within
great,
line,
great.
yeah.
And then it looked like you did hold a neighborhood meeting. Can you
Yes,
tell
ma'am.
me a little bit about that and how it went?
Yeah, I think there was a bigger turnout than I actually expected. I think there was like 7 or 8 neighbors that came by, and most of them were pretty excited about the project.
Great, okay. Is there anything else you'd like to share with me
No,
this
ma'am.
afternoon? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Looks like I have someone in favor, Marta Rostock, but you did not want to speak? No?
I don't think it's necessary.
Okay.
They're my direct neighbors.
Oh,
and
okay.
It's just perfectly fine.
Okay. Would anyone else like to testify or give me information on the project today?
May I?
Yes, of course. Come up. Please tell me your name and address for the record.
My name is Garland Lawrence Dennett. My wife Jan and I are the owners of the property that are requesting this addition. We have 10 children, 16 grandchildren. When they come to visit, even with sleeping bags and mattresses on our living room floor, we don't have enough room.
Sure.
So this guest house provides the possibility of additional beds for our family so that we can encourage them to come and bring gifts to their grandparents at Christmas.
Visit. Sure.
We have a son, Sean, who lives with us. Our other children are scattered around the country, California, Texas, Utah, and New York. And this is a project that is important to us in the sense that it just allows us to keep our family close together. Moreover, I'm 77 and Jan is 75, and both of us are approaching the time where there may be value in home health care for us. And this guest house provides an additional option for us in our future that we'll be able to take care of ourselves and sort of look to the possibility that we will need residential help as we get a little bit older. We appreciate the chance to be heard today.
Thank you. Thank you for your testimony. Anyone else? Would you like to come up and speak? No? Okay. Alex, do you have anything else that you'd like to add?
Nothing to add.
Okay, all right. I will close the public hearing, and based on staff's findings, public testimony, and facts presented, I will approve SUP 24-13. Thank you. Okay, now I will close our public hearing, and that is at the time of 1:43. Thank you. That's it? Painless. Except waiting.
But it's close.